Bungie, Bungie, Bungie. Bungie. I've never seen such a creatively bankrupt company. And I'm really thinking, right? Because, I mean, BioWare, yeah, they've released some decent games, and what keeping them afloat is the Mass Effect trilogy and the majority of the Dragon Age games. It's Veilguard. Like, I think they probably have. Actually, I'll take that back. They've completely pissed away their goodwill. And it's not like they can't create. It's just they hire people that, outsource their storytelling to people who don't actually care for the consumer, don't actually care for the games. But if you fire them, they're the diversity hires. So once that happens, they get lawsuits. EA, well, at least they've published for good games in the past. Now everyone universally agrees EA is garbage. What other companies? Bethesda. They can remake every single Elder Scrolls game and they will just sell like hotcakes. But Bungie is in this odd situation, at least here in particular. Like, I could talk about the whole theft of art, but it turns out they've plagiarized entire works, allegedly, of Red War, which is content you cannot play anymore because Bungie has this brilliant idea where they sunset paid content so you just cannot play that content anymore. And it's running on such an old build. And the issue is they cannot prove that they didn't plagiarize this because they can't bring up the old build that had Red War. And that's what happens when, the reason why you don't just take products away from the consumer, it's about, it's kind of the argument of archiving online things like old games, old movies, old TV shows. But now that these IPs are under these companies, they can, at any time, just rip it away, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just gone, goes into the ether. And another case of this is like Machinima. When they went under, there's a lot of videos they just took with them. A lot of people's works that they just deleted along with it because, oh, you signed a contract and therefore you don't own it. Well, I guess in the case of Bungie, you just did not own this story element of the game because they took it away. They sunset it. It's gone. It's gone. So the problem with them now is they just cannot prove that they didn't plagiarize this, and they could 100% have not have plagiarized it, but we don't know. And this is the problem with Bungie. They would. It would have been smart for them to just have kept this content in the game, even if it was an older build, to bring it back, and that's all legal. But again, they chose not to do that, so now we're here, and above the allegations of them stealing art and ripping art off of the internet to put in their games because no one's being creative in that company. They probably used AI also to do it. But Bungie made like the older Halo games, and Destiny was a good looking game. But now they're trying to move into Marathon, and I guess Bungie has one more good failure of a game left before people completely lose interest. I know a lot of people that lost interest within the later half of uh, Destiny 2 because they just didn't like the ending content of that game. So it's going to be interesting looking into this lawsuit because this is might be one of those situations where even if this guy Matthew Kinsley Martineau, even if he's a complete hack, they cannot prove him wrong. Like Bungie has put themselves in this situation where they are completely at the mercy of the justice system in this regard. Like, I don't know, maybe they settle out of court. I don't know, maybe they do the Disney thing of, oh, because you signed this here somewhere in a game long past, you can't sue us. Or maybe they just drag this out. But I don't know. I consider this kind of a open and shut case here simply because they have no evidence against it. So, and any smart company would absolutely have these things, but Bungie is creatively bankrupt and competently bankrupt. Like, this is a matter of competence. I mean, whose bright idea was it to be like, oh yeah, let's take paid content away from our consumer and try to sell them other content in the same fucking game? That's very, very weird. But anyway, I mean, I'm not really hoping for anything. I'm not really. I mean, I don't care for Bungie anymore. But maybe it's up to someone like Matthew to kick him in the pants. So, yeah, that's all I really gotta say about this. Peace.